Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys? How are you girls? Today, inshallah, for grade 7, you will study new lesson, which is areas of circle and sector. Areas of circle and sector. First, you must know what about circular sector. What about circular sector and what's its relation with the circle? First, if you have a circle, for example, circle M, like you see here, you have a diameter, for example, it's called AB and a chord AC. Okay, so here, ask yourself, what about circular sector and circular segment? Circular sector, guys, is a part of the circle included between arc and two radii. Arc and two radii. Okay, for example, mention any of the arcs here. For example, I selected BC. And what about their radii? What about the radii of BC? They are BM and CM. So this included part is called, yes, good, is called circular sector. It's called circular sector. So now we can define the circular sector. The circular sector is a part of the circle included by arc and two radii, included by arc and two radii, included by arc and two radii. But what about circular segments and what's the difference between them? Circular segment is a part of the circle, but it's included between arc and chord. Arc and chord. So we can say this part is called circular. This part is called circular segment. Circular segment. So circular segment is a part of the circle included between arc and a chord. Arc and a chord. Okay. So now we can notice that the circular sector included two parts. Included triangle and, yes, good, and circular segment. Okay, how? Okay, look. Okay, if I selected this one, A, O, B. AOB and AC is a diameter. Yes, okay. AOB, we can name AOB as a sector. Okay, this one, this part. This part is called circular sector because it's included between arc and two radii. But now we can divide this sector into two parts. The first part is triangle AOB. Okay, this one. You can see that. This one. Yes, good. This triangle AOB and the circular segment, which is this part. Yes, good. So we can say circular sector equals what? Equals triangle plus segment. Yes, good. Triangle plus segment. Okay. But now we must know what about area of the circular sector, area of the triangle, area of the segment. First, what about area of the sector? First, area of the sector, you must know area of the sector is a part of area of the circle. Good. Okay, but first, what about area of the circle? Area of the circle, guys, is by r square. You know that well. Area of the circle equals by r square. Okay, how to find area of the circular sector? Using this rule. Yes, okay. Area of the circular sector is a part of the circle. Okay. area of the circular sector depends on the central angle. Measure of central angle. Good. So measure of central angle, this one, AOB. This angle is a part of 360. So we can find area of circular sector by what? First, you must make a ratio between angle of the central angle of the sector. Here, measure angle AOB over 360, which is measure of the circle, times what? Times area of the circle, because sector is the part of the circle. So first, make a ratio between angle of the sector and measure of the circle times area of the circle. What about area of the circle? Yes, by r square. So finally, we can say area of the circular sector equals measure of the central angle over 360 times by r square. Again, last time, area of the circular sector equal measure of the central angle over 360 times by r square. Okay, but now you must remember area of the triangle else. Okay, it's so important here. Okay, what about area of the circular of the triangle AOB? Sure, you studied before area of any triangle equals? Yes, good. Equals half time base time height. But now we need the new rule you studied 2 lessons ago. Okay, so AO is radius, BO is radius. What about the new rule of triangle? Area of triangle equals half product of any of two sides times sine included angle. Half product of two sides times sine included angle. So we can say here in this triangle AOB, we can say area of this triangle equals half times r time sine AOB times sine AOB. Again, we can say area of triangle equals half times r time r means r square, r power 2 times what? Time sine angle AOB, which is the central angle, So we can say half product of two radii times sine included angle. What is this? This area of triangle. And finally, we can say area of the circular segment equals what? Area of the circular segment equal area of the sector minus area of this triangle. Area of the sector minus area of this triangle. Okay, we can see the rules. First, the area of a sector of a circle is the product of ratio measure of the arc over 360 times area of the circle. For example, here we can say area of the sector AOB, this yellow part, equal measure of arc BAB over 360 times by r square. And you must know area of the sector minus area of triangle equal area of the segment, because sector contains triangle and segment like this. So if you subtracted sector minus triangle, it will be segment. Good, segment. Okay, for example, find the area of each shaded part of this circle. Leave the answer in terms of pi. Number one, what's the shaded part here? Is a, yes, good, is a circle. What's the area of the circle? Pi r square. So we can say area equal by r square equals pi times r. R is the radius. Radius here is half of 6 is 3. So 3 power 2 to be 9 pi. Final answer. Next one. Here, what's the shaded part? Yes, good, is circular sector. Good. What's the rule of its area? Measure of the arc over 360 times by r square. So here we can say 35 over 360 times pi times r square. R here is 18. then times 18 power 2. Then you can evaluate it using calculator. Okay, next one. Here, what about shaded part? Yes, good. It's a sector. What's this sector? This sector of measure, yes, good. 360 minus 90 to be 270. Then the area is 270 over 360 times by r square. Okay, then you can evaluate it. The next one. Here we need area of circular segment. Area of circular segment is the area of the sector minus area of triangle. The area of the sector minus area of triangle. So first you must find area of the sector. Okay, first what about area of sector? Area of sector. Okay, the rule is measure of the arc over 360 times by r square. Okay, so we can say 120 over 360 times pi times r square. R is 6, then 6 power 2. It will be 12 pi, this area of the sector. Then find the area of triangle. Area of triangle equals half r square times sine included angle. So here we can say area of triangle equals half times 6 square times sine 120. Then you can evaluate it. Okay. After you calculated it, you can find area of segment by subtraction. Subtraction, area of sector and area of triangle to find the area of the segment. Thank you for listening and meet you after inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.